Hello, my lovelies. Hello, my collective. How are you? Elsie here to do a reading for you. Look, I thought, you know what? Today's the 19th of November. It's a day to celebrate. Things are about to change. I'm seeing it in the readings that I'm doing so far this week, that there's lots of change coming up, especially for the cardinal signs, right? Aries, Capricorn, Cancer, and Libra. You are being released from 15 years of really hard times, and it's time to celebrate. So Pluto has moved into Aquarius, and this is going to be a time now. It's like, we see it everywhere that you're moving into your villain era. And what does that mean? It means that you're going to start doing shit for you, and not everyone is going to like it. So you're going to be prioritizing yourself over other people. You're going to be asserting some boundaries. You're going to be saying no. You're going to be choosing you over everything. It's time. It's time for you to do that. So I thought I would come and do a reading for that. So this reading is specifically for the cardinal signs, which I mentioned before. But this may resonate with you as well, because it's really affecting everybody, but specifically the cardinal signs, right? So let's find out. Let's find out what this new gate has opened. Because when Pluto has moved into Aquarius, and it's not just on a personal scale, but it's on a worldwide scale as well, right? So it's you are going to be prioritizing your pleasure and taking care of yourself, but it's also about things that are going to be going on across the world for all signs, right? Let's find out what's going on here. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Tell me what's coming up here for the cardinal signs now that they are in this new era, their age of Aquarius here. We do have surrendering to the journey. Look, releasing control. It's time for you to just let it go. It's time for you to stop looking back there. I know that it was hard, probably hellish for some of you, but it's time to release control. You are surrendering now to the journey. And the journey, I feel, is a journey of you prioritizing yourself over everything else. Bottom of the deck, we have protected by angels. You are cherished by the angels. I feel like you are in a protected energy at this time. It's like you are supposed to be taking care of you. And I feel like for those of you who are the ones who usually try and control the ending, I feel like you are supposed to expect the unexpected. Release the control. When you decide to turn inward and work on yourself, things are going to change very quickly. Let's find out what else is going on for the cardinal signs. We have the soul. Look, so it's like surrendering to the journey. The changes that are taking place within you over the next 20 years, which is how long Pluto is going to be in Aquarius, is going to be changing you on a soul level. It's not just on the surface. These are deep changes that I feel are going to be going on for a very, very long time. Some of you might take pen to paper. Some of you might be writing your memoirs. Some of you might be journaling. I feel like you're looking at yourself, looking deep into the self, into the soul, to figure out what it is that you need to release at this time in order to be able to prioritize yourself over everyone whilst you're asserting some boundaries. We have relax. Whew. Just exhale a little bit. We've got calm. This is a time now where I feel you can stop being in this Chicken Little kind of energy where the sky is always falling. I feel like everybody who has been experiencing some really hard energies over this last little bit here, I feel like you can breathe easier, that now it's going to be up to you. It's now the power has shifted to you, and you have to do the things that you need to do for you without the consideration of other people. It doesn't matter what they think. We have career, and so you need to figure out what you're doing in your career. It doesn't matter what they think. It matters what you think. We've got candle. It says you'll be shown the way. I love this because it says here, release control, and it says surrendering to the journey. You will be shown the way. So if you're willing to change, you will be shown the way. It says here, someone is going out of your life or the end of a situation. Look, this is the truth. What is going to start happening now, for those of you who have already been through this era, you know what it's about. And what it is about is people who were in your life for the wrong reasons. When you start turning inward and taking care of yourself and pulling away your energy from those people who you've just quite literally had enough with. I feel like there's going to be people who will leave. That's what it says here. Someone is leaving your life, or it's the end of a situation. When you get into this villain era, as they call it, you start creating boundaries. And what you realize is that people are not going to like those boundaries. Those boundaries are promises that you keep to yourself. It's not boundaries that you put on other people, right? It's things that you begin to do for yourself because you respect yourself. It's time for you to hold some boundaries with some people here. And some of those people that are on the other side of the boundaries, they're going to leave. They're going to be gone and you'll never see them again. But I'll tell you this, you will feel better about it in the long run. Some people are going to leave and you might be alone for a while, alone with your thoughts, alone with yourself. It's going to be good for you though, I'm just saying. And I think you're at a place where you're just done with the bullshit, my friends. Let's find out what's going on for the cardinal signs, please. Oh, got something that flipped. Always got to pay attention to the ones that flip. They flip for a reason. There we go. Kind of is what I've just been saying here. I feel like these are the boundaries, right? There they are. There's the boundaries. Because it's time for you to shine. Somebody here is having a breakthrough that I'm going to say what I've got to say. And if you don't like what I've got to say, then it is what it is. Maybe it's time for us to part ways. And the Knight of Swords is not someone who is, well, it can be a little bit of aggressive energy. I feel like for some of you, this is coming really quick, quicker than you think it is, or maybe you've been ready for this to happen, for these boundaries to be put in place, for you to be happy behind your boundaries. You've been waiting for this. It feels like, and I don't think that you've been waiting for like the 19th of November of 2024 to do this, but I feel like it's an energy shift as everything that comes up from the underground, the underbelly, is coming now up to the surface, and now it's going to be sorted out in the mind, right? Gemini energy, you're going to be sorting things out and putting them exactly where they need to be. The sun tells me this is a really big breakthrough for somebody here. Somebody's in a really big breakthrough here. It's time to grow. We've got the 10 of Cups, the 7 of Cups, and the Queen of Swords. Yeah, brah. Absolutely. Queen of Swords and the Knight of Swords are on it. I really do feel that somebody is like, this Knight of Swords energy is, you know, the Knight of Swords is kind of aggressive, right? It's the person who's going to seize the day, seize the moment. I'm just going to say it. I'll throw it out at you, and you're just going to have to deal with it. And then you move from this Knight of Swords into the Queen of Swords, where you get sort of comfortable in your energy. Nobody's speaking for you. You saying the things that are truthful and honest. You cutting through all of this confusion. The smoke screens, the bullshit. You're cutting through the bullshit here, and you're getting to the truth, the honest truth, and that's it. Nothing but the truth. The Queen of Swords does never want to be aggressive, okay? But she does intend, I say she because there's a woman on the card, but I'm talking about you, those of you who are masculine or feminine, that the Queen of Swords is somebody who intends to be assertive in order to make change. You can see all of the butterflies that are around the sword, and she intends to say things that will make deep, impactful change. And I feel like somebody here is, in the next little bit here, is going to realize that the only way that I'm going to be happy is if I put some boundaries between me and the people who are taking advantage of me, the people who I've given too much to, the people who I've allowed to get away with things. I feel like somebody here is going to create their own 10 of Cups. Look, this can mean family. This can mean love. It can mean many things, but I feel like what it means for you in this reading today is that I can be happy on my own. I can be happy by myself. I can be happy from my own transformation by liberating myself, standing up and saying, you don't get to treat me like that anymore. It's a breakthrough that I'm no longer in this energy of everybody coming round, and I want to say that this 7 of Cups is making me feel like it's almost manipulative energy. A lot of people manipulate you with their feelings. They know they can manipulate your feelings, and I don't think you're going to allow it anymore. Tell me what the breakthrough is. Tell me what the breakthrough is. The Sun, please. You are in a growth period now. You have finally passed this this place of really giving a shit. And you are now growing spiritually, personally, professionally, financially. This is a growth spurt for you. And it all starts with you being honest and truthful with the people around you. And I think this is coming at you like aggressively, like it's going to be in your face very soon, if it isn't already. We have the Six of Swords. We have the Queen of Pentacles. I love it. Money is about to grow. And we do have the Chariot energy. Yep, exactly. So I feel the things that you are having the breakthroughs on is the Six of Swords. I'm done. No more chaos. I'm not even going there anymore. I'm going to the calm waters. I'm going to take the communications and connections I've had and the lessons I've learned. Six swords are in the boat, right? I'm going to take all those things with me because I don't want to forget those lessons. I don't want to repeat those patterns. But the Sun is here and the Queen of Pentacles is here. Look, I feel like for these cardinal signs that have been putting up with so much for so long, I feel like for those of you who have been suffering financially, that things are about to take off for you financially because everything grows under the sun. So the Chariot energy is here. That is Cancer. Capricorn, of course, is the queen, right? And it feels like that this is a time for victory for you. It's a time to get things in balance, right? We've got the dark horse and the light horse, and those are feminine and masculine energies. We've got somebody who's keeping everything in order. And if you think about back in the medieval times when they did use chariots, right? The only way to keep the chariot on the road was to keep these energies in balance, to keep the horses going in the same direction. This person has a sword. Got swords here and swords here. 1, 2, 3. We've got 6 swords here. I feel you go from this energy, 6 and 3 is 9. I feel like you go from this energy of worry to this energy of busting out of the gate. It feels like the thoroughbreds are out of the gate and it's time to go. It feels like this is a time for you to have all sorts of breakthroughs. And I feel like all sorts of breakthroughs are coming for you. We do have Libra energy here as well. We've got Temperance. We've got the the 10 of Wands. We've got the Page of Pentacles. And we've got the Moon energy. Look, I'm going to tell you, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid, because even though you can't see the things that are coming up for you here, I feel like you can feel them. And the Page of Pentacles is telling me that there are going to be opportunities that are showing up. Look, as someone who's already gone through their villain era, when you begin to create boundaries, take care of yourself, and start saying no to the people that you always said yes to, the ones who would take advantage of you, the ones who are responsible for placing all of these heavy burdens on your back, which you carried willingly, I'm just going to say, that it is time here for things to amalgamate, come together. It's time for everything to blend itself. It's the moment of alchemy where it's time for you to drop the burdens that you've been carrying, and it's time for you to put those people who put those burdens on your back, put them behind the boundaries, please. It's time for you to do that. And look, I'm not telling you have to do it like this overnight. This is a learned thing and you will learn it, but you will feel the urge to finally put up boundaries between you and people who have not really been treating you very well. The Moon energy is here. I feel like with the Queen of Swords and the Moon energy, it's telling me I'm going to stand up and say what I've got to say. I'm going to liberate myself, and I don't really know what's going to happen from there. But what I think it's going to do is, yes, people are going to leave, but guess what? It's going to create all kinds of brand new opportunities for you. You're going to push away all the energies that are no good for you, and conversely, you're going to be pulling in all the energies that actually are going to work for you. It's time for that to happen. It's time for you to call in all the things that are for you. So we do have here, you will It says here you'll be shown the way. So trust the universe. I feel like the moon energy is where you are right now. I feel like this energy here, this Cancer Piscean energy is where you are right now. You're not really sure of what's going to come up. You're not really sure when I put these boundaries in place, what's going to happen. I feel like, first of all, what's going to happen is you'll become very balanced, very healed, and you will be dropping these burdens. I feel like you're going to be far happier than you were before. And you're going to be happy alone. I'm going to tell you. I'm telling you. That's the way it goes down. What's the outcome here, please, for the cardinal signs? We've got the Four of Pentacles, the Wheel, and we have the Nine of Cups. Look, there's nothing bad about this reading. You're taking charge of some shit here. Look at that. Feminine or masculine, you are going to become stable and sturdy. You're going to be the one who is sitting on the throne. The last word is mine. If you don't like it, my way or the highway. This is how my life is going now. I'm now taking charge. Why? Because I love me. I love myself. No longer in this place where I can't make decisions, where I'm overthinking everything. It's now time for the gates to open and for you to bust out of the gates as the thoroughbred here. Look at that energy. Look, there's nothing wrong here. We've got the Nine of Cups, which is the wish fulfillment. It's you, those who are single at this time. Stay single. You're single and happy. It feels like this Wheel of Fortune is here to say, look, it's time for everything to change. This is now the happier era. But you are going to have to create some incredible boundaries. There's things you're going to have to hide. Get your life private. Get it off social media. Stop telling everybody what's going on. Every sneeze, every cut, every paper cut. Stop putting it on online. It's time for you to get a little more private with your life. And some of you already have that mastered, but it feels like with the Four of Pentacles here, no more sharing. It's time for you to be in your villain era. No more, I'm not sharing, I'm being miserly, I'm not sharing my energy, not my time, not my money. I feel like it is time for you to literally take your power back. And I feel like that's what's happening here. It's time for you to become the emperor, because it's time for you to cultivate a balanced love within the self. It's all about you. It's not about serving them. It's not about serving them. It's about doing the things that are the best for you. We go from the Eight of Swords to the Three of Wands, and now here it comes. Here comes all the things that you've wanted. Are you ready for them? Because things are about to get a little bit easier for you. And it'll go from a little bit easier for you to a lot easier for you. I feel like this time of being blocked, having regrets, feel like it's going to be replaced with this King of Wands energy, whether you're feminine or masculine, and you're just going to go for it. It feels like you're going to be a firecracker. You're going to tell people what it is that you need them to hear. You're going to block the people that need to be blocked. And although, look, when people leave your life, it's not fun. Sometimes it doesn't feel good. But for those of you who are really serious about making these really big changes over the next 20 years, the ones that are really serious about this sun energy and taking all of the growth and re-upping it here, I feel like this reading is for you. That's exactly what's going to be going on. People are going to leave, but look, you're going to be shown the way. And for some of you, this Queen of Pentacles energy in this career tells me that you might even leave your job and start a new one. Like, I feel like you're over it, completely over it here. We've got Mice. It says discord among friends and family. That's exactly what's going on here. Discord among friends and family. There's going to be people who are not going to like the decisions you're going to make, and so what? Let them. Let them hate it. Let them. You're in your villain era. We all expect it of you. It's time for you. I'm going to go for now. Thanks for being here and watching. I do appreciate you. I'm out, but I'll be back because I'm always back. Bye-bye.